If you ever seen someone or came across somebody that has exactly what you want, the money, the lifestyle, the relationship, everything, the home, and you realize something very important, that they are no different than you. If anything, you're smarter, you're more capable, and you're just better than that person, right? But there's just something indescribable, something invisible that you can't see that is blocking you from the life that you actually truly want to live. And today I'm going to be showing you that invisible thing that's blocking you from living the life that you want to fucking live, right? So with all that being said, the thing we're going to be talking about is how to create a frequency that reality cannot ignore, right? So your frequency acts like a computer program. Now your frequency, for those who don't know, is an energetic signature that you emit 24/7 on a daily basis, bro. Your frequency is being emitted from your identity, right? This attracts every life circumstance, every person, every event that you experience, right? Because it's in a reflection of you. Reality, this fake ass reality matrix construct, bro, is a mental projection that you created and only you get to experience from your own unique perspective, right? Because you're a fourth dimensional being that is observing this reality with your consciousness. You are not any circumstance that has happened to you. You're not this 3D body. You're not, bro. You're the awareness of it. So when you understand that shit and you realize that your identity in this physical body has a energetic frequency that vibrates, because you're an energetic being. Your soul and your spirit is energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. So when you transfer your frequency to the life that you truly want to live, you become this nigga right here who went fucking SS Super Saiyan 3, nigga, ultra instinct and shit. And he's attracting hella bread. He's attracting hella women. He's attracting a bigger mansion, nigga, a fucking crib. He's attracting happier thoughts, right? All of this shit just boils down to your frequency, right? So since your frequency acts like a computer program, you get to change the program, right? Because it's yourself. Understand that shit. So your beliefs equals the code of reality. Your nervous system is the PC, the computer, right? Your lived experiences is what you call reality. So I'm about to break this shit down real quick, bro. Now, your nervous system, right? Your nervous system is going to make or break you experiencing your desired reality, right? Because this is directly correlated to your frequency. Now, your nervous system is equating to the PC, right? Because you have to understand your brain, it isn't some fucking magical thing, bro. It's literally just eating and shitting out light, and the shit is what you call reality. Understand that shit. So now I'm about to break down what your frequency actually is. So your frequency is compiled of your beliefs, your nervous system, and your lived experiences, right? So what you believe to be true about reality is going to be reflected in your own reality. Since reality is a mirror, you only experience who you are at your deepest core, and you cannot outrun yourself. So your beliefs and what you assume to be true about reality is what you're actually going to experience. It doesn't matter what the fuck you want. It doesn't matter if this thing happened to you and you feel like you should receive some type of pity from the universe. That shit is not going to happen. You're only going to experience who you truly are at your deepest core, your beliefs and your assumptions, the law of fucking assumption. So this is the code of reality. Now, imagine a fucking video game, right? To make a video game, you have to code the video game. Now, if I'm playing on the couch, the video game, am I controlling the character, or is the controller that I'm holding signaling to the code of the game to control this character's input? Which one? So the good thing about your beliefs and assumptions being the code of your reality, this means you get to change the code of reality. You get to change what you're telling reality to do. Understand that shit. Now your nervous system is the PC, right? If let's say I'm on Xbox or PlayStation, right? And this PlayStation is hella dusty. This PlayStation got hella games on it. The storage is hella full. And I hop on GTA and I can't move at all, nigga. I got fucking 300 ping or some shit. I can't move worth a damn, nigga. I'm lagging like shit. That is your nervous system being blocked, right? This is your nervous system removing access to you being able to experience that new reality. It's all clogged up and shit. It's all dusty and shit. It got all bullshit in it. That's because your nervous system isn't prepped to experience that new reality, right? So if my PC has a fucking virus on it, do you think I'm going to be able to play games and shit? Nigga, no, I got to get an antivirus, nigga, and delete that motherfucking virus, nigga. Get his ass up out of here. Now, your lived experiences is what you call reality, right? Now, your lived experiences do not define you. You have to understand that your brain and your eyes are just receiving light and shitting out more light, creating a mental projection in what you call reality. Your consciousness, your fourth dimensional body, is observing this mental projection and making assumptions and beliefs about that mental projection and what you experience from the brain's creation, not truly what's happening in reality. Your eyes, bro, don't see over 1% of the fucking light spectrum. So what makes you think what you see is truly what's happening IRL, nigga, in real life? You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. If I can't even see over 1% of what the fuck is going on around me, what makes you think I can make definitive choices and answers based off of what I see from my two fucking eyes? Versus using something that supersedes time and space. I can go anywhere, be anybody I want to when I tap into myself and use my imagination. Why would you depend on these two eyes versus your imagination, nigga? Really think about that shit. So the good thing about these three things, bro, is the fact that you can change them, right? Now, you don't have to do no fucking dumbass technique to get a new version of reality. You don't have to search outside of yourself to find something that nobody has done before to get a new reality. All you have to do is shift your perspective on what your life actually is and who you are. Remember who the fuck you are so you can experience a life that you truly were supposed to experience. And not the life that was instilled into you and programmed into you from fucking pre-K4, nigga. So going back to nervous system, right? Your nervous system is going to see more money, more bitches, a bigger crib, happier thoughts, a happier life. It's going to see that as a threat because you have to understand this is the 3D, bro. This is your third dimensional body, right? So my third dimensional body, my avatar, it came from this fucking realm, right? It came from the fucking earth. It spawned out this bitch from the fucking earth. So simply because I came from this earth, my body is automatically adapted to keep me alive, right? You have a primal instinct in your mind to keep you protected from things that feel unfamiliar or feel unsafe, right? So simply because you have that annoying ass feature that we don't fucking use anymore, we rarely use that shit. But since we don't use that shit anymore and we're in society where we're hella pampered, bro. We can get anything at the fucking tap of our fucking fingertips and shit. But anyways, since your nervous system sees all of this new shit as a threat, even though it's better for you, even though your fourth dimensional godlike consciousness can see that this is literally a better life, your third dimensional body, your nervous system is not prepped for this, bro. So this is how you get resistance. This is how you get wavering from a new identity. This is how you get circumstances that manifest and materialize as negative experiences, right? But it's really not. It's just your nervous system trying to keep you protected in the same spot. So when you regulate your nervous system through breath work, through meditation, through monitoring your internal conversations, through affirmations, when you tell the body, when you tell this third dimensional as manifestation that it's safe to experience these things, it's safe to become this person, it's safe to elevate. When you normalize these experiences internally, it becomes way easier to calibrate your frequency to this new version of yourself. Understand that shit, bro. Now, for your lived experiences. So your lived experiences are neutral. Like they just happened. It just was, right? It was a manifestation of your previous identity, of your previous awareness. And simply because it just is, it's just neutral, you have the ability to use your own awareness and define it. If you pay attention to everything in reality right now in this fucking matrix, the human condition is to define shit. The scariest thing for a motherfucking human is something it cannot motherfucking define. Think about aliens and extraterrestrials and shit. Can you define what the fuck an alien is? Can that nigga tell you his name? Nigga, no, he can't. He probably gonna say some crazy shit that you never heard before and you gonna be scared as fuck because you don't know that nigga name. If there's something that you cannot identify, you're going to be scared of it because you don't know what the fuck it is. And then your nervous system's gonna go crazy, right? You're gonna start shooting that nigga, you're gonna start trying to nuke that nigga and shit. It's gonna be over for him. Really for you if he's an extraterrestrial. We don't know about that nigga. But simply because your consciousness is the observer of this reality, you get to define situations how you want to define them, not how you think the situation has defined you. Understand that, bro. Please understand that. All because some bad shit happened to you doesn't mean it's really bad. That's just how you seen the situation, not how the situation actually was. Please understand that, bro. Your perspective, your awareness, and what you are aware of is what you create your reality with, bro. How you perceive your own life is how you will experience your own life. So if you want to create a frequency that is impenetrable by reality's bullshit, you have to regulate your nervous system. When a new frequency, your identity, is created, the old one must collapse. This manifests as attacks from the old frequency. So shout out Nero. And if you watch Nero, I'm pretty sure you heard this before. You have to see your frequency or your old frequency and your newer frequency as like egregores, right? So an egregore is an energetic entity that exists and gets fed from your own consciousness. Since you're light, you're the sun, you're energy. You can feed things by placing your awareness and focus on stuff. And that's how you create your reality. So if I place my awareness and focus on the new identity, the new frequency, I'm going to consistently create this in my reality, right? But since this old egregore, this old entity is seeing that it's about to get clapped, it's about to die, it's going to manifest situations and circumstances and people and places and things that signify to me, God, that I'm not this new frequency. And it's going to manifest this situation to see if I'm going to identify with the old awareness again. But you can't fall for it. And when you identify with those things, you start feeding the old awareness again. And then you don't get none of this. Hold up, bro. Hold up. Let's flip the board again, bro. Let's flip the fucking board again. You don't get none of this shit no more, bro. You don't get more bread. You don't get more hoes. You don't get a bigger crib. And you still depressed. So this is why it's very important that you do not waver back into the old identity. You don't start identifying with things that made you identify with the old awareness, your old identity, your old frequency. Watch out for this stuff. Be aware of it. I'm telling you this shit right now. So now you have the ability to analyze situations and circumstances from a standpoint to where you can transcend that shit and consciously identify with the new frequency, the new identity. right? Because I don't think I said this in the beginning of the video, but your identity and frequency are the same shit. Your self-concept, your self-image is your frequency, right? Now, your identity is the characteristic traits that you consciously identify with, right? So if I'm somebody who's hella insecure, I'm unconfident as fuck, I don't get anything that I want, and I just suck, right? I'm consciously identifying with those traits as an individual. Really think about that shit. If I walked up to a multi-bajillionaire, bro, a trillionaire, and I asked him, do you think it's hard to make money? Do you think you're somebody who's confident and very successful? Do you think you're somebody who money just comes to, who just attracts money? And they're obviously going to say, yeah, I am. What the fuck? Now, if I go to a homeless nigga and I ask him those same motherfucking questions, what do you think he's going to say? He's going to say the exact opposite of what this multi-trillionaire just said. It's nothing different about them. They both have the same organs. They have the same blood. They have the same brain. Well, not brain, but like brain chemistry and shit. They have all that, bro. The only difference is the perception of their own life. And that perception is stemming from their identity. It's stemming from their frequency. So now you have to understand that your brain is the tether between the 4D and the 3D, right? Understand that. Your brain is the tether between the 4D, your spiritual body, and the 3D physical realm, right? So your nervous system is going to block shit, right? The old awareness, the old egregore, nigga. So this manifests as relationship changes. Your routine dissolves. Your environment shifts. Weird shit starts happening. Your car crashes. You get broken up with. Just dumb shit, just dumb random shit. And you'll be like, damn, like, am I getting fucking tested right now? Am I getting fucking tested right now? Why the fuck is this happening to me right now, bro? Why me? When you ask yourself, why me? That's your old awareness trying to fuck with you, bro. And you can't fall for that shit. If it feels chaotic, or wait, my bad. It feels chaotic, but this is just the bridge of incidents bringing you what you fucking want. Understand that shit. You only waver back into the old identity when you say you do. Not when the situation manifests, when you say you do. Because anything you think and say goes, bro, because you're the observer of this reality, nigga. You're God consciousness. You have source within you. You're literally source. Understand that shit, bro. Really think about that, dog. You have watched yourself grow up from a little fucking embryo, nigga, from a little nigga, bro, a little baby, to now. What has changed? Your awareness hasn't changed. Only your body and your outside circumstances. You still have the same awareness. This is why you can go up to an old ass motherfucker and ask him, do you feel like you're 70 years old? He'll be like, no, bro, I feel like I'm 20 years old. How is that possible? Because he's the awareness inside the fucking body, bro. That nigga not the fucking body. What do you think happens when you go to sleep, nigga? Your awareness leaves his body and goes somewhere fucking else, nigga, to another fucking dimension, the 4D. Really understand that, bro. Really think about that shit. So to recap, your identity is your frequency, your self-image, your self-concept, what you say to yourself, what you assume about your reality, what you assume to be true about yourself. Really analyze how you perceive your own life. And this will give you a clear image on what the fuck is wrong up in here, right? If you always narrate your life in a negative aspect, you're never grateful, you show no gratitude, what do you think you're going to experience in your life? If I narrate my life so negatively and I always complain about every little fucking thing, how do you think I'm going to experience my life? It's not going to be filled with love, prosperity, success, happiness. Do you think I'm going to fucking experience that shit if I always say negative things about what the fuck I experienced? Nigga, no. It's very simple and it's very easy, bro. Please internalize that shit. So to the practical steps of regulating your nervous system, you can meditate, you can do breathwork exercises, you can go on walks or runs, you can journal, you can do a lot of things, bro. You have to understand, the most important thing about regulating your nervous system isn't one specific thing. It's not this specific morning routine. It's simply making the reality that you want normal to you. You have to go within and visualize the reality that you want to live consistently, bro, to the point where if it were to show up right now at your doorstep, nigga, right now, today, it'll feel normal. It wouldn't feel all happy and all these emotional dopamine spikes and shit, all these emotional highs and lows and shit, bro. If you think that you need to visualize every single day to get a happy dopamine filled feeling every time you visualize, bro, you're doing it wrong, bro. I'm gonna be the nigga to tell you that shit. The way you need to visualize is you need to make that shit as boring as possible, as inevitable as possible, and as if you already experienced this shit a million times. You need to visualize that motherfucker like you just woke up and went to go take a piss or some shit and went back to sleep. That's how you need to fucking visualize. It needs to be like you already did that shit a million times, bro. That's how it needs to feel. Not all happiness, not, oh, I need to cry when I visualize. I need to feel all of this emotional bliss, all this joy. Like, bro, it's okay to do that a couple of times so you can impress the subconscious mind. But don't do it every fucking day, 24/7. Please understand that, bro. When you regulate your nervous system to experience a new reality, when you're fully regulated, you wake up in the present moment, not even giving a fuck if you experience this new reality. And that's the exact point it'll manifest for you, bro. When you're doing the work, you're in the present moment, you're not looking for proof, you're not checking to see if this shit is actually working, and then it's just gonna pop up one day. Very unassuming, very random, and it's gonna be normal. You're gonna be like, damn, I sure did manifest this shit. I sure did want to experience this reality. Damn, that's crazy. And then you're gonna go back to doing the same shit you was fucking doing before you thought about that shit. That's how it needs to be. If you're somebody who can't manifest consistent results, then I have a free ebook in my description where I tell you step by step how to manifest consistently.